2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, great to be here. As this event kicks off, our featured group consists of 2 players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
So it looks like they're trying to beat Colin Morikawa this week. That's ambitious. Seems like a friendly duel from the outside, but could create some extra sparks today.
I almost just have to laugh. Someone saying they're going to beat Colin Morikawa. Does that even happen these days? He's one of the most consistent players on tour. I don't know that he's beatable.
Well, it's been accused of having a balky putter occasionally, but you're right. Iron player as good as Tiger Woods in his prime. The short game's irresistible, but I think the most impressive thing about young Colin is his mindset. He's got a 40-year-old mind on a 20-year-old body. No wonder he's winning at a decent rate of knots. I know it hasn't come up exactly how they imagine in their mind, Rich, but you've got to like that play.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. Oh, what a great stroke. Getting off to a great start at this event.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
And now they're sitting in second place behind Xander Schauffele. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Bit disappointing, that one. And what are we looking at with their approach shot, Rich? Because really that's all the challenge here on this par 4 second.
Luke, the second shot is straight back up the hill. Better take an extra club if you want to get it close.
I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Now from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
How close was that to going down? A chance to save the par if he can make this one. Top effort, that. Bogey putt coming up here. Xander Schauffele currently on top spot as we pause for a look at the leaderboard. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
And he's down there.
Setting up this shot with the wind in their face.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Just needs a little bit more of a kick to the right.
That's just inside the range. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Well, he's got a real outside chance here. 29 feet.
Was on a good line. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
How did that miss? Just a short putt remaining here. And the putt drops, but that's back-to-back bogeys now.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Colin Morikawa setting up his shot. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Oh, what a super shot. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. And it's time to recap that play.
Now look how they attacked this one.
over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, this looks pure. Oh, so close. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Opting for the 6-iron. Yeah, well played. Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt.
If this putt drops, they'll pull in front of Colin Morikawa. Let's see if they can start applying some pressure.
Ooh, right by the hole. That's disappointing. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. And that putt will drop. Well done. Now 4 back after that hole. The 6th hole at Riviera is one of the most famous par 3s on the West Coast, Rich. An absolute beauty.
It looks like a giant green donut with the bunker right in the center of the green, doesn't it? I love this hole.
Wow, what happened there?
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Wow, that's right out of the Gary Player highlight reel. Putting for a par here. Ooh. This one for bogey. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently 1 stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
This tour player is just streets ahead now.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Woo, back there, horsey. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
Oh, well played.
Such soft hands.
And this putt to move into the top 10. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Oh, we'll take that and a spot in the top 10 to boot. Sitting at 1 over for the day.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Going with the 7.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's feeling good. Just birdied the last hole.
Penny, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
Nah, this is so good. The bunker isn't even a trap.
That's brilliant out of the sand. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. And a chance to get back to even with the card with this putt.
Little birdie look in here.
Big chance here. And he holds it. What a putt. And it's worth taking another look at that one.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
He's currently in a share of 6th. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Opting for the 9-iron. I'm not sure that's what they had in their mind. That's further right than they wanted. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Feet to the cup coming up.
Now this one, this is important. This for par. Now that's how you roll the rock.
That putt went a bit long there. Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. Well, at least it wasn't a double. This is the transition point of the round, making the turn, heading for home. How do you rate this player's performance so far?
Well, Luke, this rivalry we have been watching has been fun. This player's behind their rival as we make the turn, and it'll be fun to see how this matchup shakes out.
One of the most often discussed holes in all of golf is the par 4 10th here at Riviera Ridge. There's so much strategy.
It's either driver or 3-wood for every player in this field, but you better be good with distance because this green is very narrow.
That's an awful error. Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
They'll have to get their best bunker technique out here because this is nasty.
And here we are with the third shot. 5 strokes behind our leader. Beauty of a chip shot there.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
And a par putt awaits him. And the putt drops, and we're moving on.
Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
Hey guys, we're checking in down here with Brooke Henderson as she gets set for her next shot here on the 13th.
Trailing by 4 strokes. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
This one's heading towards the rough, I think. Well, there's the line, the green side bunker. Can they get this one up and down? A birdie putt awaits. That was a gallant attempt. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Well holed. Let's move on. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently in first place, looking to hold that lead here.
Go in. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
A bit short with that effort.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
That's well holed. Sitting at 1 over for the event. Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
From around 170 yards here.
Back into the wind. They need to flight this one down.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
Ooh, yeah, no, not where they wanted to go. This one's left.
That's disappointing.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
Not far from the green here, just in the greenside rough. Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
And this next putt, it's for bogey. Now 5 strokes behind. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
Yeah, magical shot out of the bunker, that one. Big par saver coming up for this fella. Job done. Let's head to the next. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dog leg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Sitting at 2 over for the day. Oh, I thought that one was going in. That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
He has this putt to save his par. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Well, he's in the spot he feels most comfortable. That's first place. I don't think he's going to want to let that go.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. The 16th at par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Five feet coming up to the cup.
He's got this for his par.
Hey, that's a chance. Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. Currently at 2 over par. The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Getting ready to play their third. 5 shots off the pace. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
This putt is from 14 feet. This one has eyes for the hole. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. It's currently tied for 11th. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome-looking second.
Found the deep rough. This will take a big hack to get out here. Chosen the pitching wedge here. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace. And here we are with their 4th. 4 strokes off the lead. And this putt is for a final score of 73.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
This really looks good.
And that's how he signs off on this event. Well, that concludes our tournament, and the gap between victory ends up being 3, Rich.
just needed to be a little bit sharper with the irons this week. Overall, they were good, but it was less than spectacular in spots. It's something they're going to need to go back and work on before the next event if they want to finish any better. However, finishing just 3 strokes back, that's got to give them a lot of confidence, a lot of belief in their game at the moment.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich P, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.